Guess what? This means we finally have a real shot at plugging the hole in Wall Maria.
The Scout Regiment hurries its preparations for the upcoming mission to retake Wall Maria.
Hell yeah! We did it, Aaron! Aaron?
I'm fine. Let's just make these weapons quickly.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sansan, Best Anime Reaction. Last episode delivered the start of a critical mission, and the tension was instantly sky high. Every move mattered, and one mistake could mean death. In this episode, I'm expecting full-scale action, intense Titan encounters, and possibly the return of familiar enemies. There's also a strong emotional layer here, as the character's face places tied to painful memories. I wouldn't be surprised if sacrifices are made or shocking twists are revealed. Attack on Titan always hits hardest when hope and despair collide. Let's continue with episode 12 and see how brutal this mission becomes.
And then go to Shiganshina.
Seems if I just stick myself, I'll turn into a big, strong Titan.
Then came another surprise. One more thing with the potential to shape the fate of humanity.
Looks like I'm late. Sorry. Have any luck? Were you able to establish what's in the container?
We have a vague idea, but unfortunately, with our technology, I'm afraid we can't dig much deeper. Like we've heard from Aaron and Historia, it seems to originate from some sort of human body fluid. However, it vaporizes when exposed to air, making further analysis virtually impossible to perform. Whoever made it must have had technology far superior to ours. I can't imagine how the Rice family could have managed to do it.
In that case, rather than tamper with it, we should put it to use for our current objective. But to whom do we entrust it? To you, Evan?
No. With my wound, I would be a poor choice. This syringe, it belongs in the hands of one of our elite, someone with the best odds of survival. Levi, will you accept it? If it's an order, just say so. Why even bother asking? When we need to use this, there may not be time to plan. We'll be relying on you to make a decision swiftly and with little deliberation. Judging when to use it and on whom will be your responsibility. Will you accept it? If this dream of yours comes true, what will you do then? I don't know, but I won't. Not until it...
Alright. Buckle up, grab your ODM gear, and maybe a stress ball, because we're diving headfirst into Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 12, also known as the episode where optimism politely knocks on the door, and then gets absolutely punched in the face. This episode is the opening act of the Return to Shiganshina arc, and it wastes exactly 0 seconds reminding us that this anime does not believe in emotional safety. Imagine this recap as us sitting together, rewatching the episode, pausing every 5 seconds to scream, laugh nervously, and say, "Oh no. I forgot that was coming." The episode opens at night, which in Attack on Titan language translates to, "Something terrible is about to happen," but with extra mood lighting. The scouts have finally reached Shiganshina district, the place where everything went wrong all those years ago. This isn't just a location, it's trauma with walls. For Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, this is basically the neighborhood where their childhood happiness was brutally evicted by Titans. And now they're back, older, more experienced, and still extremely underpaid for this job. What immediately sets the tone is the silence. No Titans wandering around, no screaming, no chaos. Just empty streets, broken buildings, and an atmosphere so tense you could slice it with a box cutter. If you're a longtime Attack on Titan viewer, you already know this silence is suspicious. This anime does not do peaceful nostalgia. Peace is always a setup. Erwin Smith, standing there like the embodiment of calm before the storm, orders everyone to proceed carefully. And when Erwin is being cautious, you know things are about to go very wrong. The scouts split into groups to inspect the area, and this is where the episode starts playing mind games with both the characters and us, the viewers. Oren notices something off almost immediately. The gate into Shiganshina has already been sealed with hardened Titan material. At first glance, this seems like a win. No hole in the wall means no obvious Titan invasion route. But that's exactly the problem. If the wall isn't broken, then where are the Titans? This is one of those subtle but brilliant moments where Attack on Titan
happens.
I see. All right. I'll do it.
Now then, I'd like to discuss that work of mine. As you know, I'm hoping to unveil it soon. Have you given it any thought?
You mean you still haven't given up on that? If the public were to see such a repulsive display, whatever trust they have in the military would evaporate.
You don't know art when you see it.
You spoke to Shades, and based on what he told you, it seems that Grisha Jaeger is a human who came from outside the walls.
Yes. And like the others, Annie, Rhina, and Berthold, it appears he also had the power of the Titans. But where those three sought to undermine it, he was supportive of humanity within the walls.
If he was really that supportive of the Scouts and what we do, maybe he could have thrown a bit more information our way.
I wonder. From the moment he entered the walls, he was searching for the royal family, a heavy burden to shoulder alone. If you ask me, that's not something you do unless you have an iron will and incredible resolve. And let's not forget, that same man later wanted to show his young son, eager to join the Scouts, something important. Staring death in the face, he said the truth of it all was there, in the cellar. What's down there? What was he hiding?
Things which mustn't be said. No. Things which can't be spoken. Things he couldn't say even if he wanted to. That which the first Rice King wiped from our consciousness. Memories of our world. At least that's my hope. But speculating more won't accomplish anything. The final preparations are now complete. The operation to retake Wall Maria begins in 2 days. Want to know what's in that cellar? Let's go see for ourselves. We're Scouts. That's what we do. I'll leave it to you to alert your squads.
Right. We'll keep it quiet for now, though.
I think our troops deserve some meat on a day like this.
Good idea. Gotta show those kids the adults can be counted on. What about Commandant Shades keeping important secrets from us?
Forget it. We don't have time to deal with that now.
You must be so disappointed. You used to adore him.
Shut up!
What is it, Levi?
This may sound impatient, but what do you think you'll do after retaking Wall Maria?
Is that intelligence is just as important as strength. The enemy has learned. The Titans aren't mindless obstacles anymore, they're part of a strategy. And Oren realizing this isn't a triumphant moment, it's a cold, sinking feeling. The Scouts continue forward, and slowly the truth creeps in. There are no Titans because they're hiding. And then, boom, the trap is sprung. The Beast Titan appears on the outer side of Wall Maria like a nightmare given fur and muscles. At the same time, the Armored Titan and the Colossal Titan reveal themselves from within the district. Yes, they were hiding inside the walls the whole time. Yes, that's terrifying. And yes, this is the anime equivalent of being ambushed by your worst enemies all at once while your escape routes politely vanish. This moment is huge, not just because of the spectacle, but because it confirms something important. Reiner, Berthold, and Zeke are no longer running. They're standing their ground. This is not a hit-and-run mission. This is an all-or-nothing battle. Erwin reacts instantly, because that's what Erwin does. There's no dramatic hesitation, no shocked silence. He sees the situation for what it is. A perfectly executed pincer attack. The Scouts are trapped between enemies on both sides, with Titans about to flood in. This isn't just a fight, it's a carefully prepared execution. And yet, Erwin smiles. Not a happy smile. Not a confident smile. It's the smile of a man who has gambled everything and finally sees the cards on the table. This episode quietly reinforces one of Erwin's defining traits. He doesn't fear impossible odds. He expects them. Meanwhile, let's talk about Reiner for a second, because this episode gives us one of his most chilling moments. When he emerges from the wall as the armored titan, there's no shouting, no dramatic declaration. He's calm, focused, almost relieved. Reiner has fully embraced his role as a warrior, and that makes him far more dangerous than the confused, guilt-ridden soldier we saw before. This is Reiner after making peace with being the villain of someone else's story. Bertholdt, on the other hand, is still Bertholdt, quiet, reserved, and emotionally.
I'm guessing a defense plan comes first, but after that, what's next?
Eliminating threats. Outside the walls, there seems to be someone hoping the Titans will lead us all down to the last person. As to who, well, if we have any luck, we'll find that answer in the cellar. A full plan will have to wait. First, we need to see what's in that room.
You realize I'm asking this now because you might not live that long. You're not exactly as spry as you used to be. Let Hanji call the shots on this mission. In your shape, you'll only be dead weight. You sit back and wait for the good news. We'll tell the others I argued till you gave in. Which I will, so why not make this easier on both of us? What do you say?
No. Do what you need to. Use me as bait. The chain of command still remains. If I'm gone, then Hanji. If Hanji's gone, the next. It's true this operation will be extremely dangerous, but it will also be the most important one in human history. That's why I've gone to such lengths. This is my plan, Levi. Without me leading you, you're less likely to succeed.
That's true. Without you, the operation might fail. But if you bite the dust out there, we're really screwed. So just stay safe at your desk and keep using that head of yours. As far as I'm concerned, that's the last thing the Titans would want. And the best weapon that humanity's got.
No, you're wrong. Our best option is for me to gamble it all on the plan that I came up with.
Okay, that's enough. Stop right there. Any more of those noble-ass excuses, and I'm gonna break both your damn legs. Not too badly. They'll heal just fine. But you'll be way too busted up to even think about joining us on the operation. And it'll be a bitch to get to the toilet.
Don't like that idea much. Normally I'd agree with you. A wounded soldier should stay off the battlefield. However, that may be the day we learn the truth about our world. And I'll be damned if I'm going to miss it.
Being there, is that important? More than your legs?
Yes.
More than humanity's victory?
Yes.
I see. Fine, Erwin. In that case, I'll trust your judgment.
Correct, but with a terrifying resolve. When he transforms into the colossal titan, it's not out of rage or panic. It's acceptance. He knows what he's about to do, and he does it anyway. That calmness is scarier than any screaming monster. Back on the wall, Eren is visibly shaken, but not frozen. This is an important character moment. Old Eren might have rushed forward screaming about revenge. This Eren listens. He observes. He waits for orders. Growth doesn't mean fearlessness, it means not letting fear drive the car anymore. Armin, too, starts shining here, not through action, but through awareness. He quickly realizes that the enemy's positioning isn't random. Zeke isn't just there to look intimidating, he's controlling the battlefield. The Beast Titan begins throwing boulders with terrifying precision, obliterating the scouts' escape routes and sealing their fate like a cruel puzzle snapping into place. And let's pause for a second to appreciate how horrifying this is from a tactical standpoint. The scouts are trapped inside Shiganshina. The armored and colossal titans block one side. The Beast Titan controls the other. Titans are about to flood in. Supplies are limited. Reinforcements are non-existent. This isn't a battle you win with brute force. This is a battle you survive with sacrifices. The episode doesn't rush into action. Instead, it lets the dread simmer. The music is restrained. The pacing is deliberate. Attack on Titan knows that fear works best when you let it breathe. Every second of this setup tells us, someone is not making it out alive. Erwin gathers the soldiers and delivers a speech that's less about inspiration and more about brutal honesty. He doesn't promise victory. He doesn't promise survival. What he offers is meaning. He reminds them why they're here, not for glory, not even for humanity as an abstract concept, but for the truth waiting in Aren's basement. Knowledge. Answers. The thing that has driven him his entire life. This is where the episode quietly reframes Erwin's character. He's not just a commander leading humanity. He's a man chasing a dream, fully aware that his dream may cost everyone else theirs.
This may be a special night, but we don't need the public knowing our plans. So behave like the disciplined soldiers you are. What? No way. Is that... It is. It's meat.
Am I dreaming?
All right. Here's to the retaking of Walmaria. A toast! Huh? Wait!
Calm down! Everyone will get some, okay?
Hey! A piece that big counts as two!
You're crazy!
Well, I'm worth two of you on the battlefield, so I think I should get your portion!
Like hell!
What the hell do you think you're doing, Potato Girl?
No way are we gonna let you pull this shit!
Drop the meat, Sasha! Come on! I really don't want to have to kill you!
You can't eat the whole thing alone, you pig! You're eating me! My man! My
Sasha! That meat is John! We don't eat our friends, okay?
What, does the scout regiment never get any meat? That's just sad.
Connie, would you just knock her out already?
I'm trying! It's like her mind shut down, but she's still moving somehow!
Hey, I think we've got casualties.
Whose brilliant idea was it to serve meat again?
Well, I guess now we know what happens when we blow the whole food budget for 2 months on one night of celebrating.
That should do it.
She finally wore herself out. Jeez, can you believe this freak? It's crazy to think that she once offered to share meat with everybody.
What? She did?
Yeah, 4 months ago, when we were servicing the cannons.
I totally just helped myself to the officer's pantry. It'll be fine. Just look at it this way. Pretty soon, we'll take back all the room we need for livestock.
They're gonna get in. They're gonna get in. They're gonna get in!
He's gone!
In the moment, I felt sorry for you.
Hey,
It's hard to believe that it's only been 4 months.
yeah, it's kinda crazy. But think, that's all it took for us to make Levi Squad. How's that for climbing the ranks?
It's all because you're a genius.
Damn straight I am.
Come on, let's eat before it gets cold.
Don't you get it? You've got no experience. That's why you're in the rear guard, rookie.
I may be less knowledgeable than the rest of you, but isn't the Vanguard the best place to learn how the enemy moves?
What's this? You think that you can lecture a veteran about self-sacrifice?
Isn't that what makes us effective? Being willing to put ourselves in harm.
The tragedy is that he knows this, and still moves forward. The scouts prepare for battle, and the episode ends not with a clash, but with a sense of impending doom so heavy it might as well be a Titan itself. There's no resolution here, only the promise of devastation. What makes this episode special isn't the action, because the real carnage hasn't even started yet. It's the psychological weight. This episode is the inhale before the scream. It's the chessboard being revealed, the realization that the enemy is smarter, more coordinated, and more ruthless than ever. Thematically, this episode is all about confrontation. The past and present collide in Shiganshina. Childhood trauma meets adult responsibility. Ideals meet reality. Everyone here is forced to face who they've become since the walls fell the first time. It also marks a turning point in how Attack on Titan tells its story. This isn't humanity versus monsters anymore. This is ideology versus ideology. Strategy versus strategy. Belief versus belief. The Titans aren't just enemies, they're people with goals, histories, and convictions that directly clash with the Scouts' desperate hope for freedom. And let's be honest, there's a dark humor in how hopeless everything looks. The Scouts finally get their long-awaited mission, their big comeback moment, and immediately walk into a nightmare so perfectly engineered it feels personal. Attack on Titan has always had a twisted sense of irony, and this episode leans into it hard. By the time the screen fades to black, you're left with that familiar feeling. Excitement tangled with dread. You want to see what happens next, but you also kind of don't, because you know it's going to hurt. A lot. In short, Season 3 Episode 12 isn't about fighting, it's about realizing what the fight truly costs. It sets the stage for one of the most brutal, emotional, and unforgettable arcs in the entire series. It's the calm, ominous voice that says, "You asked for answers. Now pay the price." And as viewers, smiling nervously at our screens, we can only say, yeah, this is going to be bad. Let's keep watching. One detail in this episode that deserves way more attention is...
Listen, everyone starts out as a recruit, okay? If we throw recruits into battle like cannon fodder, then they'll all be too dead to learn. And that's why for now it's your job to watch and learn from the rear, so you can make it back in one piece. The ones who really suck are the suicidal maniacs who think the only way to fight is to charge in blind, right?
Are you talking about somebody in particular?
Yeah, I'm looking right at him. Suicidal maniac.
You see, the funny thing is that I recently discovered that I'm actually a pretty normal person. So hey, if that's how you really see me, then maybe you're just a coward, John. Right?
You think you're so cool, don't you, you piece of shit?
That's a pretty shaggy-looking mane you're growing there, horseface!
What's with those two?
Try not to kill each other.
Sure, just
Get out of my shirt!
What the hell are those two doing?
You bastard! Show him what you got! He's losing ground!
It looks like we've got a fight. I told the idiots to behave.
But seriously, if you didn't have Titan powers, you'd be dead 10 times over. Although I guess Mikasa would have swooped in every time to save your worthless ass. You're so eager to die? Fine, then I'll kill you!
Yeah, okay.
Give me your best shot! You ought to start showing your mom some more respect, Sean boy!
Would you forget that, Never?
Should we let them keep going?
I think it's fine.
Why? Why isn't anybody stopping us?
How long's this gonna go on? Shit, I think I'm gonna barf up that meat.
Hey. That's enough celebrating. Go to bed. And clean that up.
Yes, sir!
I can't believe I'm saying this, but shouldn't you guys watch out for me more?
Considering how quickly you heal, I wasn't especially worried about it.
Some friends you are.
Look, you started it, so don't complain.
Plus, it's good to see you feisty again.
I'm glad we met with the Commandant. I think it helped. I don't know about being feisty, but I'll do what I have to. And honestly...
The unsettling quiet of Shiganshina before the Titans reveal themselves. At first glance, it feels like a simple atmospheric choice: empty streets, broken houses, wind moving through ruins. But the longer you sit with it, the more you realize this silence is not just a mood. It's a weapon. When the Scouts first enter Shiganshina, there's a brief, dangerous moment where everything feels almost okay. No Titans in sight, no movement, no screaming civilians, because there are no civilians left. For a split second, it's easy to think, maybe this will be different. And that thought alone is terrifying, because Attack on Titan has trained us to fear hope more than despair. This silence hits the characters differently, and that's where it becomes brilliant. For Eren, this is the ghost of his childhood. These streets aren't just ruins, they're memories. Somewhere near here, his mother was eaten. Somewhere near here, his life split into a before and after. The quiet forces him to confront that past without the distraction of chaos. There's no Titan to punch, no enemy to scream at. Just space, time, and the realization that he came back stronger, but not healed. For Mikasa, the silence is pure tension. She doesn't relax for even a second. Her body language screams readiness, like someone waiting for a jump scare in a horror movie but refusing to blink. This shows how deeply trauma has shaped her instincts. Silence isn't safety to Mikasa. Silence means danger hasn't announced itself yet. Armin, however, reacts differently. The quiet makes him think. And thinking, in this world, is both a gift and a curse. He notices what's missing. The lack of Titans doesn't reassure him, it alarms him. Armin understands something crucial that this episode subtly teaches us. In warfare, absence can be louder than presence. If the enemy isn't visible, it's because they want it that way. From a storytelling perspective, this moment flips the usual Attack on Titan formula. Earlier seasons trained us to associate terror with noise, screams, explosions, thunderous footsteps, walls collapsing. Here, fear comes from restraint. The anime trusts the audience enough
I feel better. I just kept thinking about all the stuff I couldn't change. Spent so much time pitying myself, wondering why I couldn't be strong like Mikasa and Levi. I was jealous. But even though you guys are strong, you can't do all that much alone. None of us can. That's why we have to find our own rules. When we join together, that's when we become truly powerful. Everyone's got their own strengths, and it's 'cause of times like this.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Once we've retaken Walmaria and defeated every last one of our enemies, can we go back to how things used to be?
Some things will be the same, but some things have changed forever. And we'll make them pay for that.
Yeah.
There's more out there, though. The sea. Remember? A body of water so big that merchants could spend their whole lives and still not get all the salt out. There's so much beyond the walls, not just Titans. Water that glows like fire, fields of ice, giant rocks that take days to climb. I joined the Scouts so I could see all those things someday.
Yeah, you sure did. I remember.
All right then. Let's start by finding the sea. I can tell you still don't think it's real, Eren. You'll see. It does exist.
Okay, fine. I guess we'll have to check it out then.
That's not good enough. You have to promise.
Oh, great.
This is
Here
our
we go
chance to
again.
explore the outside world. It's gotta be way bigger than inside the walls.
Okay, I promise. Just before sunset. It's finally time.
Let discomfort grow naturally, without shoving action in our faces. It's the kind of confidence only a mature story has. And then there's the psychological cruelty of it all. Reiner, Bertholdt, and Zeke didn't just plan a battle. They planned a feeling. They allowed the scouts to walk freely through Shiganshina, to breathe, to remember, to hope just a little. That emotional exposure makes the trap hurt more when it finally snaps shut. This isn't just strategy, it's emotional manipulation on a battlefield scale. The silence also reinforces one of the episode's core themes: control. For once, the Titans aren't reacting. They're waiting. They decide when the story moves forward. And when they finally reveal themselves, it feels less like an attack and more like a curtain being pulled back. This is the stage, the episode seems to say. You've already stepped onto it. What's especially haunting is that this quiet moment is the last time the scouts are truly together in peace. After this, everything fractures: formations, plans, lives. The stillness becomes a final breath before the plunge. On a rewatch, this scene feels almost cruel, because you know how much blood will soak these streets by the end of the arc. Even the environment participates in the silence. Buildings stand like gravestones. Windows stare back like empty eyes. Shiganshina isn't just abandoned, it feels like it's holding its breath, waiting to witness the violence about to erupt. The district becomes less of a location and more of a silent observer, one that has already seen this tragedy once and is about to see it again, but on an even larger scale. In hindsight, this moment perfectly summarizes what makes Attack on Titan special. It understands that the scariest thing isn't the monster charging at you. It's the moment before, when your mind fills the emptiness with possibilities. That silence forces both the characters and the viewers to confront the same question: are we ready for what comes next? And the cruel answer, of course, is no. But the story moves forward anyway. This quiet walk through Shiganshina isn't just a calm before the storm. It's the storm gathering strength, invisible, patient, and absolutely merciless.
Good luck!
Eagle?
Go out there and take back Walmaria for us! The future of mankind is up to you! Captain Levi! Good luck out there! Thanks for saving our city! You guys come back in one piece, alright? Yeah! But get us back our land too!
Someone's got a big mouth.
Yeah, well, that celebration did get a little rowdy.
Actually, we ordered all of that meat from the Reeves Company, so... Flagel.
Yeah! You can count on us!
I wonder how long it's been since the scouts got a send-off like this.
I don't know. I'm not sure if we ever have.
Well, as far as I'm aware, at least, this is a first.
The operation to retake Walmaria begins now! Scouts, move out!
You two. Do you have even the faintest damn clue what you're doing?
It's
Thank you so much for watching this video on General Sansan Anime. I really appreciate you spending your time here and sharing this anime journey with me. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Your support truly means a lot and helps the channel grow stronger every day. I'll be back very soon with more exciting reactions, emotional moments, and unforgettable anime scenes for all of us to experience together. Until next time, take care, keep enjoying anime, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.